Welcome back to Halftime with Coach. Look, this video is not going to be particularly edited because it's already Sunday morning and all of that stuff needed to be done last night. And in the chaos of work, I haven't recorded anything at all this week. And that kind of leads me to what I want to talk about today. I am speaking specifically to managers. Managers, listen the fuck up. I don't remember who it was that said it, but employees don't quit jobs. Employees quit managers. And that is 100% true. The thing with working in America, and I talked about this a little while back, I honestly hope that you are someone who has a job. The contract of employee to employer and employer to employee. Once upon a time, and I know I'm telling fairy tales here, but once upon a time, way back in the day, there was the idea that a good hard day's work earned a good hard day's worth of paycheck. And as long as that contract was maintained and held sacred, the employee would remain loyal to the employer would remain loyal to the employee. The employee didn't need to hunt for a job because the one he had was solid and secure, and the employer wouldn't ask more of the employee than was fair for the compensation that the employee received. By and large, in America, you worked reasonably hard, you received a reasonably livable paycheck, and you went on about your life. Well, employers, listen. If you don't pay people a livable wage, they owe you nothing. In fact, you owe them. In a model structure, in a better and more advantageous way of working, you recognize that the employee does not work for the manager. The manager works to facilitate the work done by the employee. Thus, the manager basically works for the frontline employee. At probably the best employer I've ever had, as a basic tenet of their operating procedure, that the frontline employee comes first, because the customer only interacts with the frontline employee, and the customer comes first. If you're going to put the customer's needs first, you have to put the needs of the people who fulfill those needs first. Being a vampire of a manager, being a manipulative, opportunistic, lying, dishonorable, and disloyal sack of shit is not effective management. And I think that bears out every single time. If you're a manager that all of the employees despise every day, ultimately you're going to pay the price for that in terms of not being able to retain the people that do the job with dedication, with loyalty, with proficiency. And that's the position I'm in right now. Right now, I am working for a fucking schlub vampire. I think the company I work for is fine, but the guy that represents them to me, to us, to our local district is just an absolute bag full of donkey piss. Horrible, horrible human being. A couple of things he's done that maybe you, in the course of your employment, might consider maybe not doing. If you have employees that are friends, particularly if you have employees that were friends before they came to work for your company, don't set those employees' loyalty to one another against their loyalty to the company. Don't say, hey, look, sell out your bro of 10 years or face consequences with your employment. That is shitty. And the guy that I work for right now has done that with every previously affiliated pair of human beings that I know in this district, including, of course, myself and my homeboy Todd. What up, Preacher Todd? That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Do not attempt to play loyalties against one another, because in a world of honorable and loyal people, your loyalties to people, to friends, will always win out over your loyalty to a paycheck, especially if that paycheck is cashed in rolls of nickels. Pay people what they're worth. God damn it. I'm here basically waiting on opening time at work and killing a few minutes before I go in and work what is in all likelihood my second to last full day with this company. Why am I leaving? I am leaving because my manager is a piece of shit. He's a complete tool bag. And his tool bagginess is demonstrated in numerous things. The loyalty thing I was just talking about, the fact that promises have been made and broken. Look, if you don't have the power to do what you promise, or if you don't have the balls to do what you promise, if you don't have the authority to do what you promised, or if you don't have the will to do what you promised, if you have no interest in doing what you promised, then you shouldn't have fucking promised it. Don't make promises you can't keep. Jesus Christ. How simple is this? Now, look, I understand that I am from the South, and our culture down here is different from the culture in many other regions of the country. I get that. And maybe I'm the weirdo, but I'm the weirdo in my native land. Don't come here as an interloper and attempt to push your values on the people that you are managing in a region that they call home and you don't. Don't come here thinking that you can run a company in the South like a mob-tied business in the northern Midwest. Don't do that. That's not how it works. We don't have a Great Lake to dump bodies in concrete buckets. That's not how we solve problems. Jokes of violence aside, hello again, Mr. FBI man. Hello. I am not inciting anyone to violence. I am not attempting to convince anyone to do anything bad. I have not mentioned any names. I have not mentioned any specific courses of action that didn't come out of a Martin Scorsese movie. This isn't reality. God, what have we come to? Anyway, don't come to a place that operates in a certain way and start trying to paint on your values when you are the only one that holds those particular values. You're the alien. Don't come to a foreign place as an immigrant and ask us to speak your language. Fuck you. Learn yourself. Anyway, in positive news, I do hope to get a phone call from my new employer tomorrow, where I will have a much better paying, much more loyalty inspiring environment, wherein I will be able to do work that actually takes advantage of my intellect. Anyway, shitty day today, better day tomorrow. Like, subscribe, share, comment, shit like that. You know what to do. It's halftime with Coach, motherfuckers!